Everyone, and thank you for joining us in another episode of In the Swamp with OGRE. Today we have Charles Bulfer with Vegas Inspects. How are you doing today, Charles?
I am doing fantastic. It's a beautiful, hot day today.
And from your surroundings, I take it you're not at home. You're probably at a house doing an inspection right now.
That is correct. We're out doing a home inspection here in Henderson. We're doing a mobile home today, and this is the third and last one of the day.
Oh, wow. Keeping you busy, huh?
Oh, yes, real busy.
So, Charles, what got you started in home inspections?
The real estate crash in 2005 or 6 or 7, something like that, or 8?
Yep.
Yes, 8, yes. Well, it started like in 2005, and then it finally ended up at 2009 or 10. And that's what got me into it, because I'd worked with a friend in the union as a carpenter, and he said that he could get me a deal going and doing FEMA inspections. And so I said, I don't have the gift of gab like you do, and I would love to know what I'm doing when I go do those home inspections. And so I went to school. Well, that deal with the FEMA never panned out, and so I just jumped in with both feet and started making things happen.
Okay, all right. That at least you came out of a crash. You decided to do something else and get your business going. Now, what do you wish you would have known when you got started?
How difficult it was. I probably would have became a real estate agent.
You think ours is easier? Come on.
Well, I don't think it's any easier. I just think you have less liability.
There you go. Okay. And
I think it's about the same, and I would work just as hard doing the real estate as I do the inspections. So I would be a rock star in the real estate.
You're a rock
world.
star in the inspections, and so I'm sure you do well there as well. What is something that you do unique or different than other inspectors?
I thought that's a difficult one to answer, because I don't pay attention to what they do. I just try to do the best job I can. We don't mind if the client comes out and follows us around. The inspection takes a little bit longer because we're answering questions all along the way. But that's something that we feel it's customer service, and if we can provide them with the best customer service by allowing them to follow us and shadow us, we're okay with that.
I thought you were going to say your roofies.
Well, that's part of the gig. That's just, everybody thinks of a roofie as a nightclub drug, and I think of it as, hey, it's a selfie up on top of the roof.
Right, but that's unique, and I look forward to them every day, because you do different shots from different parts of town with different views, so they're pretty cool.
Yeah, and when I fly the drone to look at the roof because I can't get up there, then we just don't get one.
So how did you start with that part of it, though, with the roofie selfie?
I just started thinking that here's a selfie of me doing something. I wanted to promote myself, and then I thought, I'm up on the roof. Well, let's just call it a roofie.
All right.
And then that way, I also usually try to tag you or whoever I'm doing the inspection for on there, and that promotes them also.
Okay. And what's your favorite memory or your most unique thing you've done during an inspection?
That the one thing I've learned is that sometimes people like to live like hoarders, and that's the most biggest memories that I have of how messy people can actually live.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure you see it when you go out showing houses, but there's one house that we did the inspection on, and we were outside. We were 5 feet away from the door when and the realtor rang the doorbell for us so we could get in, and you could already smell the pet urine from outside, and the breeze was going. And we get inside. It's a 3-story townhouse, and on the second floor above the kitchen, on the ceiling, there was urine stains from where the dogs was using the upstairs above it for their bathroom. And you walk through and your feet suck, and I know it's a gross thing, but that's the thing that sticks to my mind. It smelled so bad that I don't like cigarette smokes, and I was okay to go out on the balcony with the realtor that was smoking because that smelled better than the urine smell
Oh,
inside. And we go up in the attics. We don't like them because they're so dusty, and you come out hacking and sneezing and stuff like that. We wear masks too, but my the trainee that I had at the time, I said, "Well, how's the attic?" He said, "Better than down there." I'm like, "Move over, I'm coming up." you know, so that's some of the things that really you see that are unique, and it's it doesn't happen all the time, but once in a while you find them, and they stick in your mind like it happened this morning. But those things are fun too. You get to smile and think, boy, I wonder if I can help these people move or throw their stuff away. If they'll get a dumpster, I'll help them.
so as an entrepreneur and owning your own business, how difficult is it to keep going every day?
The past 3 weeks has been very difficult. We've been so busy, and one of my inspectors, because of the COVID thing, he doesn't feel safe at coming back to work yet. And so I've had to pick up all of his stuff and my stuff. So I've been doing 3 and 4 a day. I haven't had a day off in 3 weeks, and we just go, go, go. And then so the inspection part is pretty easy, but then you want to run the office part, you want to run the marketing stuff, and so you have to do all those things after you get home from doing 3 and 4 inspections, and that's the hard part. Sometimes you just say, you know what, I want to go to bed,
Right.
and then you wake up about 4 o'clock in the morning and say, okay, let's tackle it now, and then you got your inspection at 8 o'clock in the morning to go to.
Now, I always ask everybody that works with their spouse the same question: how difficult is it working with your wife?
Well, I've got an awesome queen. She is just something else. We work really good together, but she gets to hear all of my complaints and stuff. So, otherwise, she is the best to work with. I can't imagine wanting to work with anybody else, and I'd probably be divorced if it was anybody else. But she's really good on the phone. She's good at handling me and knows how to approach me with certain things that might upset me. And the only reason that I would get upset is because of the fact that I'm just overworked right now.
Right.
So, you get run down physically and mentally, then something hits you from out of the blue, and you get upset about it when there's nothing to be really upset about.
Yeah, I get that, because when you're overworked and you're stressed, it seems to be a lot more pressure, because at the end of the day, everything falls on you because you're the owner.
Correct. Or if somebody makes a mistake, or you have to take care of everybody. It's like having a bunch of kids when you have other inspectors and like I'm training people, and then you deal with clients and you deal with the realtors and everything like that.
Yeah. No, I know. And I know that you guys do provide you have a network of services that you provide as well.
Yes, we are starting to do germ fogging or sanitation for people that have had or they have a fear of the COVID thing. So we can come in and we can spray the house. And if you've had the inspection with us, we charge $185. Otherwise, it starts at $225 and goes up from there according to square footage.
And I know you also have the camera for the old cast iron plumbing.
Yes, I like to tell people that I'm studying to be a proctologist, but really, at the sewer camera, we put it down pipes. We start recommending it at 20 years old of the house, the age of the house, and then when it gets to 30, we strongly recommended it, and we just absolutely try to get them to do it because if it has a cast iron or something like that, we really want to know, because you don't know if that cast iron has collapsed or if it's even there anymore, because usually it's 50 to 60 years old when you see that cast iron.
What advice would you give somebody that's starting off and starting their business now, especially now in COVID, because you started in a down economy also? So what advice would you give somebody?
Get out and network. network is the best way to grow it, but also make sure you know what you're talking about when you start. For me, I come out of a background of building houses. And so, I framed houses, and I know how to build a house from the ground up. I know how to do the foundation. I know how to put all the underground plumbing in, the electrical and stuff. From as a kid, doing, I grew up drilling water wells, and we had to put electrical systems in and water systems in. And so I know all that. And then in high school, I took a class where we built a house from the ground up. And then at the end of the year, they put it in for a silent auction, and the highest bidder took it.
Nice.
And so I really enjoyed it. And that's what got me into building houses. Is I enjoyed that so much because I really hated school, other than going and chasing girls and having a good time with my friends. And when I got to that class, I was like, yeah, this is the stuff. I want to do this for the rest of my life. Well, you start getting older and you're like, man, bending over and swinging a hammer is just not as fun as I thought it used to be. And so then, getting into this, all that background of construction has really helped me with the doing the home inspection, because I know what I'm looking for. I know if somebody's done something, I can see it before most people will see it. They'll see something cosmetic, and I see something that's structural, or I see something that's functional or not functional. And so you really want to know what you're doing. And then a good thing is also to have a good business background. Take some business classes, because that's what I find that because I've been hands-on doing construction. Well, I'm great at that, but I don't have the business background to make sure that I'm getting all that stuff done correctly. But I'm learning. I feel like God has taken me out of something that's very easy for me to do and put me into something that's difficult, and stretches me where I have to rely on Him other than relying on my own self.
That's a good point. Yeah, He's only going to stretch you as far as you can go. So as long as you keep going, you'll be fine.
Yep, He's not going to give me anything I can't handle.
Go.
So when these things come about, I'm thinking, okay, how do you want me to handle this? Because this is way beyond my means.
And our last question of the day is, what's your favorite spot in Vegas?
I like a lot of spots. I like in Henderson, where you got a good view of the city of Las Vegas. That's kind of where I'm at now. You don't have this on live, but I can see all the downtown and all the strip and stuff. I like being up in Red Rock area. I like North Las Vegas because you get more land for your house, more land for your buck. The Southwest is really nice, but it's expensive, and that's someplace that I just not willing to spend for yet.
There you go.
Yeah, you heard that word.
Yeah. That's the important word. All right, Charles.
That's the important word. Yes.
Charles, thank you very much for joining us. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate being on with us. I'm going to put all of your information under this video so that everybody will know how to get a hold of you.
Oh, that'd be great. And I want to tell everybody that you are an awesome realtor to work with. Your team is great, and it's always a pleasure working with you, because you guys know how to pick out houses that make it easy for me to inspect.
Thank you very much, Charles. I really appreciate your time. You have a great day, and get back to that inspection.
Okay, thanks. Bye.